Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're
Hi,
live.
everybody, and welcome to Star Wars and potentially to segments of irrelevant conversation as we repeatedly get sidetracked pre-stream.
Taco Bell sucks.
My name is Aaron, and I just decided whose destiny is in play today. So, reruns. Jack, introduce your character.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Rerun, the R3 series astromech mechanic and saboteur. And I'm gonna roll some destiny points. One dark side.
Starting off well.
Like the lower gastrointestinal tracts of everybody who eats a Taco Bell.
Fight you.
Let's go, John.
I'm John, and I'm playing the sick one who will be coughing up phlegm throughout the night. Also Ares Artinos, who is not sick. The Mandalorian mercenary soldier.
Deeply disturbed and sadistic.
He's not sadistic. He's just amoral. There's a difference.
Shades of gray. Shades of...
And I'm rolling destiny as soon as the button responds to my clicks. One light side.
All right. Jeremy.
Hi, I like how you say that with trepidation because you know I'm about to say something.
Like that.
I am Jeremy. I am playing Corey Tane, the human outlaw tech, who, if she were to go to Taco Bell, would be ordering 3 soft tacos and a bean burrito, along with a large Mountain Dew.
And shredded
Because that is the
quesarito.
best food.
Shredded
And I will roll my destiny now.
Oh, man.
One dark side point, because Taco Bell is the dark side in the best way.
Does Taco Bell serve cookies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. So does Subway.
That's true. Subway has slightly better cookies. Cat.
Jesus. I am Kat. I am playing Powder, the surgical droid who is not getting into this debate because I can't even eat Taco Bell, and I have rolled a dark side.
Spencer.
I'm Spencer. I am playing Siolo, the Twi'lek ambassador of the rebellion, and we have 2 light side.
Nice. Tying it up. And I apologize in
So,
advance. if there's
Moving
dog bark
away
get on
from
there.
worlds where Taco Bell exists.
I will find the nearest Taco Bell in Star Wars.
Okay.
I'm pretty
roll
sure
me
it's
an
called...
astrogation check. You're going to have to spend a force point, and it's going to be difficulty 5.
Sounds good.
It's called Taco Hut with 2 T's.
I'm concerned what the meat may be.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm not going to explain what happened last time. I'm going to let you guys do that. And I should also note that Rerun, your obligation is again the one in play.
All right.
For story reasons and also as punishment for stupid Taco Bell references.
Sounds good. I can accept these penalties.
Mostly story reasons.
I believe.
So, you're on a ship.
We're on a ship.
Yeah.
We're headed to Crossroads,
And-
the sort of neutral station where we are hopefully going to be able to get this thing a paint job so it's a little less recognizable.
And I am currently stepping around a corner with my back turned to Ciolo, who is holding a gun.
Fuck, right. That is exactly where we left off. No one reminded me. So,
Yeah.
Ciolo. Aries is
Present.
walking away.
Yeah, so I
Good.
think we ended with me having clarification that he was wearing his armor, which made sense. I should have realized that because he just got done talking with his sister. So I had pulled the gun and thought better of it for reasons. And I think you had Aries make a roll to see if you heard it, right? And
Yeah,
you didn't.
I didn't hear it. So I'm still
Yeah.
walking
Not
away.
here.
So you just walk away. He rounds the corner. Now the gun's kind of pointed into open air, and I just holster it back. And if there's to be sort of Star Wars cinematic, the camera would zoom in on Sai, and my brow is furrowed as I have a very disconcerting look of, it's not frustration, it's more contemplation, more of just heavy thought. And my Laku kind of recoil a little bit, and then I just sit there and start reading again.
Yep.
Come to the dark side of influenza.
So I was really hoping you were going to just like follow him across with it until he passed the doorway, and then Rerun could come back around and just find himself staring down the barrel of a gun that was not intended for him.
I feel so bad.
Whoa! Corellian hospitality, huh?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'd feel
So-
horrible.
So, we're heading to Crossroads.
Yes.
Now,
You said it was about a 3-day flight, right, Aaron?
Yeah, and we're on the last several hours of that flight.
Okay.
as a player who hasn't been present for a game with Crossroads, I don't know what Crossroads.
I will explain when you get there.
Okay, cool, okay.
I always redo the exposition because these chuckle fucks don't remember it.
I'm so glad that word is catching on.
You wound me.
I mean,
But anyone have any last things that they're going to do before you arrive? Because there's always someone who stops me at the last second.
Nope, Rerun's gonna be doing
T-
pre-landing checks and things.
Yeah.
getting to the cockpit.
2, 1.
Really quick, yes, 1 month. Hey, I keep
It's
under the
fine.
buzzer. Under the buzzer. It's not even going to be a long thing.
Just do
He's
it.
sending a quick message letting the shaper know that we are arriving.
You don't necessarily receive a response, but
No,
that's
I don't
not.
expect.
Yeah.
Corey doesn't send everything read receipt requested.
No. Yeah. No. You don't want to read receipts, but that's not a thing in Star Wars.
It's true.
Yeah, otherwise, that's it.
Fair enough. So you arrive back at Crossroads, which again is this large UGG ship, the size of like a larger pleasure cruiser, the size potentially of a Star Destroyer, one of these massive ships that contains docking bays and private areas and main courtyards and cafeterias. This one seems, every time you look at it, seems very cannibalized. It's, even for those of you very tech savvy, fluent in all of this stuff, it's hard to tell what ship might have initially been taken as the base model, if it was initially one ship and not somehow soldered together parts of various ones. In addition, this is a neutral ground, sort of underground meeting place, and general place. No one necessarily knows where it will be in space at any given time, though it tends to frequent the outer rim, which is not a very specific area. Yes, other than, as you learned and is strange, your surgical droid Powder. The area of Crossroads is controlled by its own independent force, who very strictly enforce a no fighting policy. It's not uncommon to see people from all sorts of factions that not typically get along super well, just throwing each other glares. Or, the everyday people that just happen to work for those factions hanging out and having a drink despite their factions being all stuffy about not liking each other. No one knows quite who is responsible for running the port, but it has nearly anything you could want to find, even and especially things that are not typically available, that are mechanically speaking restricted or even of high rarity, are much easier to find here. It's governed by its own set of practices and laws, most of which are don't start shit. Yeah. You arrive, you get clearance, and come out into one of the sort of more communal docking bays where you can see varieties of people walking around, a battalion of stormtroopers that just are sort of marching by, some random, they look like probably smugglers or traders talking to each other by their ship. It's generally pretty bustling. Corey, you've spent a good deal of time here. Ciolo, you have been here occasionally, as have you, Aries. Rerun, you've actually probably been here the least times, as I believe the only time you were here was when you initially met with the Shaper and the rest of the crew.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Powder, you've been here a few times as the crew of the Nasari. Kraz has as well. Nasari, and then the newer version of the Nasari that you didn't decide to pick a different name for. The Nasari have come by here for goods, and most notably when you spent some time here in order to acquire goods and plans for your kidnapped friend, Lux. No.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go check out the bounty office, and see if I can find any information on potential jobs. Also, see if there's any information anybody might have about this Chunguska fella. Want to come with, Rerun?
I will come along. Corey, call me if we need maintenance stuff.
We're gonna. You go do that. Somebody's gonna have to tell the boss we're not taking the job. We're not taking that particular job. I'll go do that.
Sounds good.
Right. Follow Aries.
Yep, we'll head off to the bounty office.
And just so I establish this for everyone before we break off, Powder, C, what are you doing?
Powder is going to look for like a shooting range or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably follow Powder. I know my character has been here, but me, Spencer, I'm not 100% sure what all there is to do here, so I'm probably going to just follow Powder along. That being said, I am kind of on the lookout for some better armor.
Okay.
As Rerun passes Powder, he says, maybe you should see if Glass wants to go for a walk.
Of course. And I will check on Glass.
She is still either in the med bay or her room if you have moved her to there or told her that exists.
Yeah, we did that a bit ago.
So she's probably in her room.
Right. I will go to her room. We are at Crossroads. Would you like to get out and stretch your legs?
It's not a place I'm familiar with, but of course, I don't require exercise. But if you would like me to...
It is a turn of phrase.
I am aware. Okay. So you're just sending Glass off on her own?
No, like I'll ask if she wants to go with us.
Sure. Cielo, just make me a searching check. As we'll start with this group. Powder, also make me one because you're looking for a shooting range.
All right.
And looking for goods is negotiations, correct?
Looking for specific goods is negotiation. Looking for a place where you can buy what you're looking for is going to be searching in this case.
What is searching?
What is searching?
Perception, I think, right?
I just wanted...
Or, sorry, not...
God damn it. Fantasy Age and D&D and everything where perception is slightly different stats.
Yep.
Nah.
Streetwise, maybe?
Yeah, yes. In this case, it would be streetwise.
Right.
Difficulty 2 for Powder, difficulty 1 for Cielo.
All right. That is 2 failures and what is that? An advantage.
Success and 2 advantages.
Cielo, I think you forgot to put in a difficulty. Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn it, it clicked.
Gotta remember to click out of it.
How about that?
Well, neither of you exactly find what you're looking for.
That sucks.
I love all those
Fortunately,
failures.
Sayola, while you're looking, like, where's the armor place? Where's the armor place? You spot a shooting range with your 5 advantages.
Okay. I then am just going to, in frustration, just grab somebody and ask them where I can buy armor and armor mods.
Okay. Person you grab looks at you a little weird. Burbles who's out. Do you speak Huddies?
Let's see, notes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Burbles out in what you recognize as one of the varied forms of Huddies that kind of passes for basic for people that can't vocalize basic.
Okay.
Like just directing you sort of 2 stores down as this strange guy has accosted him for armor.
And I just say, perfect, thank you. Back in Huddies. And then I will just make a mental note of its location and keep tagging along with Powder, just so I'm not by myself in this scary spaceship.
All right. Yeah. And sort of looking around more broadly, now that you're not just looking like where is a place that says armor on the door,
Right.
You notice that there are many different stalls that seem to sell almost all basic types of things. Some seem to cater to specific types of items, but many are just more broad.
Cool.
It is a place where there's probably someone that sells just about anything. Yeah, so you point out to Powder the shooting range, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'll just kind of motion over and go, so do you want to get better at shooting, I'm assuming?
Yes.
What's your, how much practice do you have already with firearms?
None.
Oh, it should be a fun evening then. I will happily teach you if you'd like to learn. I'm fairly proficient, at least with my sidearm.
That would be wonderful.
Perfect. It should be fun. And I pat Powder on their back like you just kind of would like a friend, like, let's go, and we just start making our way to the shooting range.
The guy looks you all over. 10 credits per entrant.
Okay, sure. Is that for the whole day or just a certain amount of time?
3-hour sessions, 10 credits per entrant. And at the end of your time period, if you're not done, you can get back in line and see if you can get back in.
All right. If we're sharing a shooting bay, this is more of a training thing. I'm not eating up as much space. Can we drop it down to 7?
No. You can go to the back of the line in the early morning when we have the discount rate for the first 20 customers.
All right. Lovely. And I just go ahead and give the individual 20 credits.
30 points to Glass.
She's not shooting.
Per entrant.
How long is the line?
Currently, there's only like 3 people behind you. But he did say like early mornings is
right.
Yeah. And he kind of bears some fangs at you. Pay or get back to the end of the line so I can help actual customers.
I look at Glass. Got 10 credits?
I don't carry any currency on me. It's not my function.
All right, well, you mind waiting out here while we practice?
Powder will put in the 10 credits for Glass.
Okay.
She's not even shooting. Why would we pay?
We don't want her to just sit here by herself. That would be rude.
So, all right, she's going to do that in there, but okay. So we pay and make our way in there. As I give this, what is the? I guess that's the person isn't. I'm assuming not human, since he bared his fangs at me.
Not human. You're not really sure.
Okay.
You don't know specific species.
Okay. Then yeah, let's go inside, and I need to deduct 20 credits.
Note to self: Star Wars character, human with grafted on fangs.
Oh my god.
Nope, not in this case. Okay, so next, Aries and Rerun. You're going to the bounty office?
Indeed we are.
Yep.
Right, it's easy enough to find. There's a fairly major one by, like, near the central hub. The bounty office is one of the establishments formerly run by the staff at Crossroads, who all have these sort of standardized uniforms. The person sitting at this central hub circular desk will look up as you come in. There's larger cash sum bounties posted along sort of the walls in the circular sphere of the cylindrical room. Sort of has bounty listings along the exterior wall. Areas you'd know from working here a few times that at most more obscure bounties you can ask the desk about.
And that's exactly where I go to, just straight to the desk.
Yeah. Hello, what can I help you with today?
Yeah, looking to see if you've got any top shelf bounties out in the Coruscant area. Or not Coruscant, Corellia. Sorry, he would have said Corellia correctly.
Yeah.
The
On
Corellia.
Corellia.
Yeah.
Any preferences or restrictions on employer type?
Nope.
Any preferences or restrictions on bounty reason?
Nope.
And she'll hand you she'll hand you, I guess, a data pad. She'll just put her hand across the main area of her desk, throwing up about 7 different profiles. You can tell one of them seems to be Hut issued. The other ones have the standardized Imperial marks of 5 others have standardized Imperial marking. One of them seems to be like a custom fill-in form. The only high shelf options we currently have are crime lords. You, of course, index many different types of bounties from Corellia. Yeah, but these are the profitable or esteemed ones.
Is this like an interface that I can like reach out and adjust?
Yeah, you can like press on each of them and get more information.
I'm gonna go through the Imperial ones first, just seeing if there's anybody that I recognize.
Make me a knowledge underworld check, difficulty 4.
Right.
Rerun's looking at them to see if any of them are Doug's.
That's
no. Unfortunately, these all seem to be Corellian humans.
Okay.
Underworld knowledge.
You'd also suspect that Changuska is not important enough to have a top shelf bounty. At least last time you saw him.
3 threats, so I'm assuming no.
No.
Just because really I wanted to make sure that it wasn't anyone that I'm currently on a ship with.
No, none of them have Corellian high-profile bounties.
Good.
Also, none of them are Corellian humans.
True. Although I don't know where Corey's from.
Corey's not Corellian.
Corey's, well, there's no, yes.
Okay, Corey's backstory didn't say she was Corellian. Or did it?
Yes and no. No, not her herself. Her mother was Corellian.
That's what Corellian. I thought. Okay.
Yes.
Corey
she was not born on
Corellian,
but
Corellia,
she is.
But she's not a crime lord in Corellia currently.
So,
she is not born on Corellia, but she is of Corellian descent.
I'm just gonna like note down the names. I'm not accepting any of the bounties, but just in case any of these names pop up again, potential for additional monetary gain.
Sure.
For me, I'm not the one the Empire is chasing. And then I look at the Hut and the other one.
The other one, the Hut one is another typically crime lordy looking person. It seems like he may have been particularly behind on his debts. And no, he's not the person, not a character that you would recognize out of game.
Oh man, this one looks like he's made some poor life choices.
The form and fill-in individual seems younger. Sort of in the picture they have is posing with a beautiful woman and looking at the camera with a sleazy smile.
I will take...
There's a lot less information on that one, which is generally the case with independent bounties.
I'll take down the information on those two. Like just the names on the other ones, but I'll actually take down the information for those two just in case.
Yep, fair enough.
So after dealing with that, by the way, has anything come across your desk regarding Chunguska as a Doug? Mean-looking son of a bitch.
He will put information.
As opposed to all
The
those
system
dogs
is
that don't
searching.
click
Do
me.
you have any specific areas? Would this also be Corellian centered, or
Operates. Look down at Rerun just to see if I'm getting any of this wrong. Operates mostly around the outer rim, but also with Corellia. Maybe around Nashida as well.
I like that there are no subtitles when Ares, because Ares doesn't speak binary.
Yeah, I don't speak binary, but I can tell the affirmative on the first one and the negative on the second one.
Yep. She will. Thank you. We only ask in these instances because we don't record this information. It simply makes it easier than checking every bounty that we happen to have, which can take a while to search the database. Narrowed down to Corellia specifically, we have one. Chinguska Dog seems to operate essentially extended parking fines, and she'll throw it up.
I'll take a look at it, look down at Rerun. This the one?
Yeah.
We'll take that information then. Thank you.
Well,
all right.
Is that all?
That's it for me.
Have a lovely day.
You too. Turn and walk out. Look down at Rerun. Parking fines, huh? No. Something better.
Specifically, a specific kind of parking.
Extended
yes.
parking, which means he's probably still there.
He runs a swoop gang.
Well, I suppose we're going to be blowing shit up then.
Took the words out of my modulator.
My kind of party. Well, I guess we should go see about getting this bucket of boats repainted. Oh, by the way, now I got you alone. Yep, would you happen to have any idea who on the ship the Empire is hunting after?
Well, currently, right now, Siolo, Praz, most likely.
Yeah, apparently they're coming out. Apparently they're sending it. What was the? It was they were sending out a particular squad of people, or was it just squads of people searching for the ship that I had received?
You know that just what your sister told you?
That and also what the Shapers person told us.
The Shapers person just told you you were noticed.
Then yeah, what my sister told me. Yeah, what my sister told me.
Your sister told you that it seemed like there were Imperial people snooping around who seemed interested in specifically your ship.
Yeah. Right. There's apparently Imperial folk searching for the ship itself. Not sure what they might expect to find on it, but... Or who. Might do to get a name change in that transponder code change anyways.
Transponder changes are prohibitively expensive.
Oh, I know. But the Empire sniffing around for the ship might be worth the time.
Well, it's always worth the time if you can front the credits.
I mean, if you know people, you can get it done for cheaper. It just requires services rendered. We happen to have a wide variety of skills that can be services rendered, so...
Very true.
Well, let's get back to the ship. And we'll head back.
So, because I suspect the shooting range stuff is going to take a while, we're going to pick up with Corey and Rerun. As you are going paint shopping, sounds like?
Corey was going to go see the Shaper while everything else was going on.
Fuck. Yes, I forgot about. Thank you. What is it doing?
She wasn't just sitting at the on ramp to the ship with a little parasol waiting for passengers or anything.
No, that's Senstaku's job, but he's not here right now.
You're gonna come with us.
Yep.
No. Yes.
You've got, yeah. So it's easy enough for you to arrange an audience, either through putting a message through Crossroads own systems, or just you have direct contact with the Shaper, unlike the rest of the group.
Right.
And
yeah, I will go.
You head sort of over to the private rooms area, where, again, many of the rooms have guards specifically from Crossroads staff. Some of them, including the Shapers, have additional guards that are supplied by the individual within. You are pretty familiar with it. You make your way through the area full of masked, cloaked figures with sort of a slightly blank aura, and into the general sitting area where he's on his couch looking through a few things.
Hey, boss, what's up? How you doing?
Lovely. Corey, how's your new assignment going?
Going well. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure
the last one I had a similar quiet panic noise while with this group. Don't worry about it. I'm sure
fine.
It's not.
Everything's good. Everything's fine-ish. I cannot believe you put me on a crew with that little regard for their ship.
Well, I thought you could use In my defense, they took better care of the one I gave them. They just seem to have sold it. I'm reappropriating it at this time. If you want to trade back for the older model.
No, not after all the work I'm putting into this one.
I figured that would be your response, but always best to offer.
But so I'm sure you heard I'm sure you know we got the Jareth guy. He's handled Jareth. That guy. We're calling him the torso-less wonder now, because he doesn't have a torso. But we took care of that. I thought you probably want to know so you can get somebody else on it. As a whole, it was decided against going against the guy on the moon.
Eric Teveneth.
Sure. That's the name.
It's fine. It's more of a... You won't understand be paid for it if you're not.
Well, yeah. It was... So, it's probably best. There were ideas for plans ranged from... Well, I think the point they peaked was, what if we take asteroids and use a tractor beam and fire them at the moon?
This is why I don't micromanage.
Because it's more entertaining to see what happens when you don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I don't like being micromanaged. But so yeah, I figured you'd want to know that, so I'm just coming by. Is there anything you need from this group currently?
You understand I can't tell you exactly why, but I'd like for you to just keep an eye on them. Let me know what they get up to.
I mean, that's what I've been doing.
Of course, and you're all quite competent at all of your responsibilities.
I know I am. Cool. Well, if that's it, this has gone well. I'm gonna head back. You know where to find me. I mean, you literally know where to find me. So...
At all times.
Yes. You didn't have to say it like that. That makes it creepy. Anyways, it's fine. It is what it is. Later. Probably while she
him...
was in there, she picked up some little piece of tech and is now carrying it off.
He fully expects that of you. There's probably pointless tech baubles on the table so that you won't walk off with anything he actually needs.
Of value, yes.
Yeah. As you walk out, you see him conferring with one of the hooded, mindless figures, affirming with himself that he's totally not creepy. These guys don't think he's creepy.
Oh, well, they're certainly the best judge of character. Who rolls her eyes and just hums to herself as she walks back, sort of blithely not paying attention to her surroundings on the way back to the ship, more interested in what she has in her hands now.
All right. Okay. So, Corey and Rerun, you get back to the ship at roughly the same time.
Hey, guys.
Right. Ready to go get some paint, I guess?
That was yes.
All right, let's go. I'll go with you. Nothing better to do.
Okay, cool. You're not going to be trying to do the negotiation part, are you?
Hell no.
Okay, let's go.
Rerun's fiddling with his modulator currently.
Yeah.
Something wrong with your modulator?
So, Corey, you head to sort of the slightly scrappy, slightly out of the way place that you know repaints ships and also carries all sorts of doodads and random pieces of broken tech and tends to be willing to give you a pile of trash if you want it.
Best place ever.
It's like Free Geek, but apparently they also paint ships at this one.
Sweet. So yeah. Add up, add in.
Follow after.
Bring it up the rear.
Sorry, there's something that I totally forgot, which is just... We're going to transition back to the shooting range.
Oh, that's okay.
Cool.
All right.
Now that we've established full timelines. So, you two are at a shooting range. It's not incredibly crowded. Most of the lanes are taken, though. You see the people behind you also filter in. You have a lane which basically has about two people could be shooting side by side at it. There's all of the equipment that you might expect for this sort of thing. You can change the hologram on the back wall to be various kinds of targets, from like scary face dude to just a circle to random person standing still. Like, they have custom options.
That's awesome.
All right, so let's see what we're working with. Yours is built into your arm, correct?
No. And they'll open their stomach and pull out the gun.
Oh, even better. Okay, so yeah, I just start off at first explaining the basics. I kind of inform Powder up front. We're just gonna teach this, approach this like school, and just assume you know nothing and work our way up.
Powder will let you know that Prez has taught them how to take it apart, put it back together, and clean it.
Oh,
they
perfect.
Just don't know how to shoot it.
So you know what the parts are in in the gun itself. Oh, well, then let's jump straight to shooting then. Yeah, I'll set up. I guess I'll use the monitor and set up just like a relatively short range, just a circle sphere. Just kind of go through basic shooting training, walk them through how I shoot, and then set them up, walk them up, have them repeat the steps, and then have Powder shoot that sort of thing.
For the purposes of this, Cielo, why don't you start by making... You can choose, because this is a hologramic shooting range, you can decide what range, aside from engaged, you can set the range of your shot.
Cool.
I'm going to say make a...
Short range is difficulty 1.
Correct.
Yeah.
Can I use my light ranged ability to show how to shoot a light ranged weapon?
Yes, I'm going to ask you to make some checks related to this.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right.
But I was just establishing for you that in this case you are deciding what range you want to shoot at.
Perfect.
And the difficulty is determined by that. There's no setbacks. There's no shields.
And a small child jumps out in front.
They do have the innocence in enemies setting, but you might not want to start on that one. You're not.
We'll just do short distance at first to get Powder comfortable.
So just make me a ranged light weapons attack to demonstrate with.
All I can do right now is think of the scene from Men in Black where Will Smith is at the shooting range.
Shoots the kid in the head.
That was the first thing I thought of.
8 or 9-year-olds walking through the street with quantum physics book. She's about to start some shit, Zed. And I appreciate it if you get up off my back about it.
Yes.
So good.
Or do I owe her an apology?
All right. 2 successes, a threat, and a triumph.
Yeah, so you easily enough sort of aim it, and these are fairly standard targets. A little flash shows you where you hit, how close to the center it was. You did pretty well. You hit pretty dead on.
Just like that, what's nice about laser weapons, they don't have quite the kick slug throwers do. So as long as you are aiming well, you don't have to adjust as much as you do with a slug thrower. So, and then
make me a leadership roll for coaching.
Cool. Difficulty?
Difficulty of 2.
Make sure to click outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
Success and advantage.
Okay, Powder, most of this is getting through. You are able to see where the muscles are tensing, where the various aspects of the aiming are, and you can sort of translate that to a less organic method.
Cool.
Make me a weapon attack with your weapon.
Difficulty?
Decided by your setting the range in this instance.
Yeah, so I would have kept it at short range for you, okay. So just a single difficulty.
Difficulty 1.
Awesome. Could you click outside? Thank you. Ranged. That is a failure and a threat. That's the best I could have ever.
That's literally the worst you could have rolled.
Blank dice is the best thing ever.
That was a nat 1. That's a nat 1 in this game.
That's amazing.
So.
Oh, that's beautiful.
A failure and a threat is the most cohesively that went bad. So Powder is like, oh yes, I understand, and completely misses the target.
Thought you would have been better at that.
Two-hand grip. Two-hand grip.
Yeah, no kill shots. No kill shots.
I don't have 2 hands with a 2-hand grip.
Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try this from a slightly different angle, though. What were you thinking about when you shot the target?
Shooting the target.
Okay. Don't necessarily think about that, right? That's obviously that needs to be forefront, but you shouldn't be so worried about hitting the target that you end up missing the target, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let's try again. This time I'm going to sort of do the what's the movie where the ghosts they're making pottery together?
Ghost.
Is it Ghost? Okay, yeah. I've never seen it, so I always forget what it's called. So I'm gonna.
That's
ghost
a really
Powder.
strange choice
I'm
for this particular.
I'm ghosting Powder.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Because you're
I was gonna
Powder.
say ghosting means something completely different, but all right.
So Powder is a surgical droid. So I'm assuming, Aaron, that even though they missed the shot, their hand was super steady.
You're doing the thing where you stand behind and sort of guide the hand. Okay.
Yeah.
So Powder, make me another check. Given the controlled conditions, I'll say this one can be with a boost die.
Sweet.
I'm gonna flip a dark side point because that could be hilarious.
It's funny.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
And Spencer, that's your homework for this week. Go watch Ghost.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, that's-
surprisingly
Upgrade on the
good
dark.
movie.
Now, everyone's homework since the beginning of this has been watch all of Clone Wars and Rebels, and I think Jack is the only one who's gotten to that.
Hey,
I've done that
all
already.
of versus one
Sorry.
movie.
I've seen all of Clone Wars.
There we go. 3 successes,
So,
But the
an
gun blows.
advantage, and a despair.
Powder hits the target perfectly. Unfortunately, it's the next target over.
How would that even?
Because despair is a beautiful thing.
I have done that in archery class before.
Yup.
I've done that in a shooting range before, so.
Okay.
With a rifle,
well,
but-
you hit something. Have you thought about maybe
Melee?
guns not being your thing? I would assume you would be very apt in combat with a blade.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Whew. Because Powder is taking this very seriously. I do not own a blade. I
Okay.
own a gun.
That's a very good counter argument. For me, the player just kind of with Star Wars lore. What's the general kind of consensus on a droid wants to be better at something? Do droids actually train, or do you just change like
In
programming?
your experience, roll me a computer's roll difficulty 1.
You
And
plug
we'll see
something
how
into
much of
Powder's
that.
head. They go, and then they go, I know Kung Fu.
I was
You said computers 1, correct?
computer's difficulty 1. Yep.
Okay. Success and advantage. Mainly because my thought process is training
yeah.
even going to do anything?
So droids can learn and pick things up through certain kinds of training. You do your practice drills with your droid if you're a fighter pilot, not just because the pilot needs to get used to the droid, but also the droid knows better the specific situations. But the droid doesn't have muscle memory or the more physical aspects of training in exactly the same way. So for this might be something that, like, usually there's a patch for that. Usually the tech people are just like, here you go, have some gunnery training.
Yeah.
Though you don't know many medical droids. You don't know many, or really, aside from Rerun, any droids that drastically deviate from their programmed function in terms of things that they do. Like, Powder's a medic. Powder's good at being a medic. If Powder was having trouble being a medic, you would probably fix that with code. If Powder was having trouble working in a specific hospital, you'd probably fix that with training. But you're approaching this more from the recruiter angle because that's what's most familiar to you.
All right, well, you hit something, which is a start. Let's do this. Let's keep working on it. We've got 2 hours and 57 more minutes left. Plenty of time to learn something.
And I think we're going to segue away from that scene about right there.
Oh, man.
So, right. Should we go to break and get Cody in here?
If I have not gotten the "I am here" from Cody,
it's been
but
in Roll20 chat.
In Roll20.
Okay. Clearly, I am not in enough of the 5 different chats.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're
you
going to
focus
break.
on your shit.
All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. And we're back. Oh.
And welcome back. For convenience, Praz has suddenly decided to come with on the armor shopping. Or, not armor shopping. Ship shopping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or paint shopping.
Paint shopping.
Oh, yeah.
That thing.
Because we need to find materials.
I like the levels of enthusiasm change.
Sounds good.
Paint. Oh, new ship? Yeah. Oh, paint? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. So, Lux has made her way to someone she knows does
Corey.
things fairly cheap. And
Corey has. Lux is fighting for the rebellion right now.
For the
Anyway.
God damn it! Why is it? Those characters are nothing alike.
Other than the fact that Jeremy's the face.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So, Lux,
yes.
what are we doing with paint?
Lux is going to the body paint store.
Since, like, why?
Moving on.
Yes. So yeah, she traipses in. This place is great. It's gonna get us what we need to make the ship not look like it. Well, there's no other way to put this. Had an acid bath, because it did. I mean, we need more than that, but still, that's the start. And yeah, I'm going just as usual, walk through, pick up a couple things, stop, look at them, put it down.
Yep.
Make way up to the counter.
Hey,
Ding,
Corey,
ding.
I heard they sent you off with some crazy guns and shooty sparks types.
Yeah, meet the crazy Junks and Shooty Sparks types.
He's standing right
Ow.
behind
Yeah, standing right behind.
He'll sort of peer over the counter at Rerun. Now that, my friend, is an impressive mod. Your work?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Damn.
So, I've got a question for you. I know you usually have most of the stuff, but let's say, hypothetically, there was a ship that had most of its outer hull
Top
kind of what?
The top coat.
Yes. Most of the important part of the outer hull, sort of dissolved off.
How'd you manage that one? Damn.
I didn't do shit.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Never
Bought it like that.
Never put them. Yeah, never buy a ship like that. That's exactly what I was about to say. But we need to get the top coat as well as
the skin.
redetailing, so to speak.
Well, I definitely need to see the ship to quote you an exact price. We've got the stuff for it. That sort of thing.
I've got to hand
Especially
over
if it-
all of the diagnostic.
Rerun just
information.
projects a hollow of
Yep.
the exterior scan of the ship.
Too emphatically upset. You're just gonna look at it. Oh, wow. That is... I have never seen that before. Don't know what could have caused that.
I'm really interested in what did.
Some deep space creatures that's bellies are significant enough to dissolve the ship, but that looks more like it was sheared. You said there was an acid bath involved? Oh, wait, no, you didn't.
Something, I don't know. It was, I'm still not clear on the details. All I know is it was really fucking bad.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a pretty nice ship, but, like, it's not the smallest thing.
You know how they say, money is no object? Money is an object.
Money's an object. Well, look, I'm going to be frank with you. It's probably going to take about 10,000 credits to get the exterior hull resolidified and presentable.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I look over at Praz actually first.
I don't have that much.
Is that parts, or is that labor, or is that
That's
both?
parts, that's labor, that's acquiring not just the parts, but this is somewhat a cosmetic job. Doesn't look like there's any actual dents to the hull itself. This is getting stuff that it can adhere to the existing hull to beef it up. That's not usually how they manufacture these things. It's usually just a solid chunk. You're going to need to put these two chunks together. I mean, for about, say, 4,000, I could probably give you a cosmetic paint job that might make it look a little less, but you'd have to get rid of that if you ever wanted to actually get the hull back to being fully there.
Say we went with the 10 grand, and Corey and I provided the labor. How much would that cut costs?
You're confident you can do it. I could get you the supplies for...
Oh yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
8,000? It's expensive stuff. It's not something you come across most of the time, man.
Swivels to look at Praz.
I mean, I have a bit, but sorry, I was answering something else. How much was it? 8. Yeah, I still don't have that much. Give me a. Are we at Crossroads right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a day, and I can see what I can earn.
All right.
I mean, I can keep the stuff in stock if you guys have the cash later. Look, Corey, you know I want to give you a good deal.
No, I get it. Believe me, I understand. I didn't figure this was going to be an easy situation. Yeah, no, that can. We'll see what we can find. We'll see what we can do. I don't want to screw you over.
48 hours?
Yeah, sure.
Gosh. Also, there, I've been, I've got a few pieces in the back that you might be interested in. Just stuff that I can't use, but salvage. Bits and baubles.
Interesting.
He'll sort of run into the back and come back with a fairly large, essentially, trash bag of pieces. Most of it is at least somewhat broken, snapped boards, random sides and little doodads.
Oh, while we're here, we still need to get the parts we need for Rainbow, don't we?
I figured that was going to roll into the other task we were doing. But we figured lots of those kinds of parts would be laying around.
Yeah, but maybe not. I mean, not necessarily in one piece.
Fair enough.
What was it we needed? We needed a vocoder, a whole metric crap ton worth of stuff. I know it's back in here. Hold on.
Lots of expensive and specific parts.
I put it back in chat for you.
You are awesome. Yeah.
No problem.
A vocoder or vocabulator, new vox chip.
Some extra memory banks.
Yeah.
RAM and ROM options.
And the rest of that is all
Fire suppression system.
That's all just in case. I mean, that's all stuff that would be nice to get, but that's not necessary.
I mean, what happened to that money I gave you for that?
That was for actually
Both.
just fixing the ship.
That was for the ship and for.
Oh, well, you
And
didn't
for-
say that.
Well, because you said it shouldn't be a whole lot for Rainbow's parts, but all right.
I mean, I don't remember saying that, but that doesn't mean I didn't.
Right. Well, we're gonna be here for
So,
a
yeah.
couple of days. We should earn some money at least.
Yep.
She hands over the list of, like, if you can
Yeah.
find this stuff, it would be amazing. We have this poor thing. It's in.
Well, I mean, I've got a few of those here. I could give you the memory banks and core for now. If you guys are coming back in 24 hours, I can have this whole list for you.
Yeah, that would be stellar.
I should note, like, this isn't quite as much as the ship, but that is also not going to be.
Super cheap, I know.
I'll see what I can get. I'll get you the best I can at a bargain rate. I know you can fix up anything that's a little rusty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
the little doodads? Like I said, it's free if you need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's
Okay.
swoops that into grabs a basket.
You have a several gallon bag of just random pieces and bits to
Awesome.
sort through.
Well, how much was
Does
it?
Does he give us a price point for the stuff for Rainbow?
Rough. At least a rough price.
Yeah.
point.
So rough price point, it will depend on how well he rolls on his salvaging negotiation stuff. The memory which he can give you now is going to be for memory banks and memory core 500 credits.
Okay.
Rerun will
I
pay
will
for that.
Okay.
I mean,
For the rest of it, it's probably going to be he'll ballpark it at 3,000, but that's not a promise. It depends on how much I can get the parts for, what I can find.
Yeah.
Rerun will drop another 1,500 on that then.
yeah. If
I'll
you can get a
throw
print,
in. I will
I can
throw
do the other
in
15.
nothing.
I mean,
Like,
he's been,
Corey keeps
Rainbow's
trying
been
to pay
running
for
around the
stuff,
ship.
and Rerun and Kaz are just like, got it.
if you can do 3,000, bam, there you go.
No, look, I need to see if I can even get these parts first. It's not rare stuff, but I'm not gonna say 3,000 is the price right now. That's my ballpark. If you guys
Right.
come back in 48 hours or so to get the ship stuff, I'll give you what I have, and I'll give you the price point for sure then.
That
Okay.
works.
You're not
Oh,
getting me on the hook for something that I don't have yet.
All right.
All right.
So I'll just give him the 500
Sort of
then.
shoves
for now.
Prez's credits back at him.
Yep.
All right.
Right. Well then, Prez, I think you and I have a trip down to a fighting pit to bust some skulls and earn some money.
Kind of stretches back and gets a grin on his face. He's like, it's time to make a good day great. Pulls out his truncheon. He's like, I haven't used this in so long. Kind of flips it around and then puts it back on his belt.
Checks the rifle. Checks the battery. Checks the power pack on his rifle.
Yep. Well,
Actually, need to
So-
stop that ship, get my shield, but yeah.
you guys can easily enough get your stuff, head down to the fighting pit as we transition back to Let's learn how to guns.
Honestly,
to shoot the blasters.
Let's learn how to go.
Yeah,
So
so
it's been a few hours. I'm going to have Cielo make me a leadership check and Powder make me a... Let's make this knowledge education check just to see how well training has been going.
All right.
Both of those at difficulty 2, and I think I have the dark side points to upgrade both of those rolls. And I will.
All right. With an upgrade on the dart.
Oh, by the way, Cody, roll Destiny.
Yep, I was gonna ask you, but since you didn't say anything, I was like, all right, I guess we just got the destiny that we got. Wow, too light. I am a beacon of hope in a dark, dark universe.
I mean, it's actually a pretty bright universe right now because the GM doesn't have any more Destiny points. They just blew them on something petty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 4 successes and an advantage.
You said education?
Knowledge education, yep.
All right. A single success.
Okay, so Powder, you are being taught well and sort of internalizing the aspects of you do it here, you aim this way, and you've been getting better shots off. Let's just make one final... At whatever range you would like, you get 2 boost die for the for both of you succeeding your learning rolls.
2 boost die?
2 boost die.
Sweet.
This is your final shot. Are you going to stick to short range, or are you going to try some?
I'm going to stick to short range.
Short range.
Difficulty 1.
And because I can, I'm going to use a light side point.
Yep.
Just because it's funny. All right. Upgrade on the light. 2 boost die. Difficulty 1. 3 successes and an advantage.
Perfect.
With the simplest possible stationary target at the easiest range, Powder's doing really well.
Yay!
Like, genuinely,
that is an improvement.
they seem to be improving.
Bang.
Thank you, John.
Helps to be a droid and you don't actually have the waver. You can just hold your arm in the same place.
You say that, but you can aim and apparently shoot 3 columns over on an arm that does not move mechanically.
It's not the waver, it's the kickback that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lasers, there are no kickbacks.
It's a Star Wars.
It was a ricochet.
And technically, it's not a laser; it's plasma bolts.
Oh, that's right.
So there's a little bit of kickback.
So, if we've learned anything, it is you can be a decent shot. You just got to be relatively close to the target. So, if something like what happens on the ship happens, if someone gets close, you just do to them what you just did to the target.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. I definitely, though, would look into us finding you a better... What gun were they shooting?
Let me see.
I believe it's just a standard light blaster that you got a hardpoint modification for your hand shape.
It is, yeah, it's a holdout blaster that was modified for me to be able to hold and fire.
Okay, let's
Which I'm just calling droid grip. I believe Rerun's pistol also has that.
Nope, reruns is part of his physiology.
Right.
Yeah.
let's our time's pretty much up. Let's go see if we can find you a better gun, maybe one that has slightly better aim.
Okay. You are a wonderful teacher.
Thank you. You're an excellent student.
All right. So, Cielo and Powder, you're going to that armory place that Cielo saw? Or got pointed to?
I just want to do I've got some general shopping, but we can just kind of make
you can find armor and stuff you can find anything that's not restricted or a rarity above 5 at its standard rate. Modifications you can probably commission at their standard rate, but they will take time based on the modification. And also you have 2 incredibly adept people who could modify it for you.
Yeah. No, I just want to get 2 mods for my weapon. I actually, looking through the book, I couldn't find any armor that I could even wear that was stat better, so I guess I'm kind of stuck with my armor until I get more encumbrance.
Yeah, typically most people just wear heavy clothing.
Okay.
'Cause
Then I just want to get 2 mods for my gun and get Powder a dueling blaster. Basically, I just want to get her a blaster that has accurate as a stat.
Okay.
Or get them a blaster that
but
has
yeah,
accurate.
okay. Yeah, I'll say you can find that at the rate plus the amount it costs to do that modification. If you don't just want to hand it over to Corey or Powder.
Yeah, no, I'm totally gonna have them, because if it's just the standard mod, they can just put that on there, right? That's not that difficult to do, to put a laser sight on a gun.
No.
Yeah, typically. I believe Corey at least, I think both of you have specific abilities for modifying things.
Yeah, I coolify stuff that I mod. Just out of curiosity, by the way, is this gun that Powder has, was that one I modified?
No, it was modified by
this
the
was
person
modified in store.
That's
Powder
what I thought. I just wanted to make sure, because how Corey reacts will change whether it was something she modded or not.
So are you buying, we can gloss over this, but are you buying a new pistol, or are you just going to look at the one Powder has and go back to the group?
No, I'm going to. So I was looking at grabbing a Corellian dueling blaster, which is just 750 credits, and it has accurate. It has accurate as a main stat. And then I was going to get me a custom grip and a laser sight for my pistol.
Sure. Yep. I think all of those are low enough rarity, and I don't feel like checking right now.
Yeah, they are. I pulled them up just to double check.
Okay. Cool.
Can I make a negotiations check to try to lower the price by 10 or 15%, something like that?
You can make a negotiation roll. In this case, instead of making it opposed, I'm just going to say it's difficulty 4 because experience shopkeep.
And say I have ranks in negotiation. Can I help?
If you guys are doing it that way, what are you doing to ask for it? What are you doing to help?
Powder would probably give up the gun that they have as a trade-in.
Okay.
So you just have a standard holdout blaster. So that's 200 credits. So
that's all I could afford at the time.
Yeah, I'll just if you want us to role play it, I'll just say, well, I'm trading in a blaster. I'm paying with credits up front right now, so it's an automatic sell. I've been walking around here for quite some time. Noticed people having a hard time getting rid of some inventory. I'm taking it off your hands immediately.
Make me that negotiation check. Let's see. You don't get many people that need this kind of modded handle. I can take it from you, but it's not exactly going to be. Again, difficulty 4. Have you rolled? I don't see your roll.
I haven't rolled yet, no.
It's going to be difficult to offload this, but I can take it for some of what it would be worth new. In terms of rolling back the price, I do plenty of business. This is Crossroads, man.
Well, Sai is a much better negotiator than Spencer.
Which is why I asked for your roll.
Yep.
Well, I was seeing if her helping, if powder helping does anything or anything like that. I was just waiting to see if that did anything. Okay, for difficulty.
Yeah, in this case, it doesn't, except for that you might get a slightly better price for that being considered part of your payment.
2 success and a advantage.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
So what did you say the total blanket price would be, Spencer?
Let me check. Okay, so Powder's gun is $750. And then the mods, where are they at? Custom grip is $500. And where is laser sight? Laser sight is $500.
So $1,750 altogether.
$1,750 altogether.
Out of curiosity, what book are those in? Because I haven't seen those modifications.
Oh, are these not in Edge of the Empire?
Oh, I have no idea. I have just their little Excel sheet pulled up with literally everything across the books.
I actually need the sources and the specific locations of items. We can work this out exactly. We'll say you get some stuff and we can do the stuff later. I'm pretty clear on this. You can't just buy anything from any book. I generally keep items to Edge of the Empire or pre-approved.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I just have said this to you several times.
Okay, then I have no idea what I want to buy, so we will just bypass this entirely. So we'll just skip that because I don't know the books frontwards and backwards. So
yeah. If you let people buy anything that's in an Excel spreadsheet, that's how you end up with a weapon that does 3d10 damage every time it hits and is totally a dagger.
All right.
Okay. So, eventually, you guys get back to the ship, and we're going to move on to Ares and Praz. This is the episode of 2-character spotlight.
I mean, they can come and bet on us if they want. Or against, whatever.
Ares and Praz, you're both known and established in the arena, at least enough that they know who you are. You're not going to be starting from the bottom. You already have your Overwatch rating adjusting your challenge. So what you're going to need to do is tell me how much of your cash you're putting down, because
I've only
you
got
will make money based on...
I've only got 90 credits, so I'm putting 90 credits down.
Okay.
I'll put down 2,000.
Okay. And we're going to just make this at medium difficulty because you're not in a particular situation to, like, over invest too much. Yep. And so both those 90 and then 2,000. So for the sake of this, essentially pick your weapon. Choose the essentially weapon skill, not specific weapon with its modifying stats. Weapon skill that you want to use. Gunnery, brawl.
Ranged heavy.
Yeah.
Melee.
Whichever one you would prefer to use.
Correct.
And I want you both to make me rolls at difficulty. Actually, because of how well Praz did last time he was here, Praz at difficulty 5, Ares at difficulty 4.
Oh.
Because they're like, oh, hey, that guy who won badly every time last time he was here.
So out of curiosity, can we use our combat skills that adjust our rolls? Like my true aim and things like that.
Given that this is a broader encounter and not a you are aiming this specific weapon, it depends on the skill. I don't think true aim would apply because I believe true aim is for aiming specifically.
Yeah, true aim is whenever I aim, I get an upgrade and a boost die. Or could I use like natural marksman, which lets me reroll one of my ranged heavy checks?
I'll say you can use natural marksman, but not true aim.
Okay.
And you guys, what are the characters doing? Because I briefly have to run off and do that thing I mentioned earlier.
Right. Well then, get into the arena. Might as well describe it, right? Get into the arena. The crowds are obviously thrilled because whenever a Mandalorian fights, it's always going to be an exciting time. Helmet on, shield on, rifle at the ready. Get in there, get the shield up, and basically just sort of use the shield as an aiming bar. And I can just rest the gun on. And as I'm getting shot at, I'm just delivering shots back over the shield, back and forth. Let's see how well I roll. Ranged heavy, difficulty 4. I'm going to spend a light side point because I need money. It's always a good idea.
I mean, we got so many, we might as well give back to the GM.
Yeah. And ranged heavy, 2 successes and 3 advantages. I'm going to keep that for now. Which means I'm pretty good, you know. They send out a few folk, some beasts and things, because they're really tired of losing people to the Mandalorians. So, you know, a couple shots here, put them down, couple shots here, put them down. Basically standing in the middle of the arena as things are circling around, and I'm just turning and firing.
Yeah, when Praz gets into the arena, he's not... Normally when he's on the ship, he's also like Ares. He's in his armor quite a bit. But when he's in the arena, he's not. He's wearing just regular heavy clothes and just got his truncheon and goes from fist fight to fist fight, or any, you know, pick one weapon, you two fight, winner leaves. And just uses the truncheon.
Fights.
Yeah, non-lethal fights. And the truncheon that he's using is actually one that it looks like a large femur that's the joint cap has been coated in some kind of metal, and that's the part that he hits people with. So it's got a weighted end on it. And I will also spend a light side point to smack people in the face with melee.
I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah, 5 successes and a threat. So yeah, he does all right. They set him up against some of the bigger combatants, and he just kneecaps them and then pops the face.
Yeah, so that's why Praz and Ares don't face each other. We're in very different brackets. In addition to me using a gun and you using a truncheon.
Also, because Ares is scared.
Nah, not scared at all. Wouldn't do to have to kill one of my crewmates though. So. Because then it would be a little bit awkward having to transfer the ownership of the ship. So.
From a dead man.
Yeah, it's just a little awkward. So, pardon me. I need to reclaim this ship. Where's its owner?
You're gonna have trouble with that.
Too much paperwork involved.
A lot of paperwork.
Because it's already got something to happen if he's killed.
Yeah.
Did Rerun or Corey go and watch the fights, or are they busy doing other things?
We're probably installing those memory chips into
That's probably a good guess.
Yeah. Rainbow, yeah. Or at least trying to, yeah.
Hey, and the Game Master's back.
Sorry, everything is awful. I'm
It's all right.
assuming you
We rolled.
rolled for
Yep, we
attacking.
both
thing?
rolled.
I got 2 successes and 3 advantage. Praz got 5 successes and 1 threat.
Okay. So, with the critical success, sure. Praz gets 4. You're there essentially for the afternoon and next morning. Praz gets that number. And Aries betting 90. He gets
A lot less.
yeah. And that's the total you get back, including your initial bet.
Awesome.
Wow. So different.
I didn't have a lot of money to put in, but like I got more than
Yep.
I got like.
It's almost like betting
3 times
works
more.
better if you have more money to bet.
It's true. It's true.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry about that. So, other stuff you guys were hoping on doing.
We are trying to install the memory chip, memory hardware into Rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to fix that part. One step at a time. We will get
One
this
piece at a
board
time.
I'm gonna say this is going to be a difficulty 3 mechanics check. One of you can make it. The other one will be assisting in a way that upgrades your roll.
Okay.
Go ahead and take point on that, Corey.
Okay. So diff 3 with an upgrade. And let me look at let me look at my skills. Make sure there's nothing else that's really cool that I've got. Color pairs only. No. Blue dye pairing. Nope. Yeah, no, that will be it because we're not jury rigging this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me click the.
This
roll
will
button.
not affect your difficulty, but are you guys trying to copy over, like, some of the stuff from the old memory card?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Not just trying to.
We still want Rainbow, just a Rainbow who isn't
Mhm.
suffering from massive head trauma.
Droid
Yeah.
aphasia.
3 successes and a threat.
Okay, with 3 successes and a threat, you managed to slot in the new memory. Copying stuff over is probably the hardest part because you don't want to copy over too much of the corrupted files because then things aren't solved. They're just not getting worse anymore.
Right.
But you also want to copy over enough, and you basically managed to strike the right balance there.
Okay. Is this the
Rainbow.
part that was causing the sparking?
This
Or is that
this
something-
is a good part of what was accelerating the sparking. There's still some sparking, but it's mostly in the wheels now.
That's small mechanical fixes. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But the vocoder's still broken, so puppies, sherbet, rainbows.
Question on vocoders and vox chips and that.
Yeah.
If Rainbow chooses to, can they bypass that by speaking binary?
They are speaking binary.
Okay.
Rainbow only speaks binary.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that because I was not sure if that was the case. Okay.
Which is why
we're getting
Ares is
there.
quite as confused as he is by the strange droid that doesn't speak right.
We're getting there. Well, we're that's step 1 down.
Pedophilia has been made. Progress.
Progress.
That was supposed to be progress.
Progress has been made. At least I knew which one that was right off the bat. We're gonna have to look into yours too.
I'm tweaking it.
Yeah.
As long as I don't get it stuck on Java again, I'll be okay.
That would be good. That Java, it gives me a headache. Nothing against Jawas. They're fine. Just certain voices, you know how it's like nails on chalkboard for one person, not for anybody else. That's Java to me. I just
Good to know.
To self next time rerun, get the despair.
Oh, I've got the Jawa's Wikipedia entry already queued up.
All right. Well,
for just such an event.
That's a good start. And how long does that take? I'm assuming it's not a short process.
No, it's not. That probably
takes the equivalent of a brain
that probably takes you two as much time as the rest of it takes the other group.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's excellent.
Yep. So, sometime the next day, all of you Avengers reassemble. God damn it, Avengers reassemble. Stop being all over the place.
Avengers reassemble. So, really quick, everyone. Huddle up. Couple of bits of information Rerun and I picked up. One, we know Tunguska's on, or at least mostly on Corellia. We have some extended parking finds of his, so we know pretty much where to find him, too. That'll be good once we get there.
Or at least his vehicles.
I mean, step by step, right? Explosion by explosion.
I do like the way you think.
Thank you. Also, it appears, according to my dear sister, that the Empire is sending people snooping after this ship.
By name?
Yeah, I told Rerun why. Or I told Rerun what happened.
Yes.
But, so, we had a friend. Some things happened. Friend was in an Imperial prison.
Acid bath.
Friend did not belong in Imperial prison. And we got our friend out. They're probably not happy with that.
Right. Did you give the Empire the name of the ship?
No.
Right. And they're probably just looking for the exterior, the flayed exterior of the ship.
You haven't actually told anyone the name of the ship, like, outside of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really go around spouting the name of the ship, but...
Though, we could change the name of the ship anyways. The Charney names are really sort of iffy.
Yeah, kind of...
Really?
Flowy.
Yeah, I mean, they like to name things after, like, old legend things. Rather than what their purpose is, you know?
What I'm saying is, if I decide your name is too Mandalorian-y, and I just start calling you something else, is that okay?
Is the ship sentient?
I mean, that's literally what one of you did already at a party.
Yeah, that's right.
Are we talking about code names? I feel like that's completely different than what we're talking about right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
You don't change a ship's name. Not
bad luck.
It happens.
We changed it when we bought it.
Yeah.
That's different.
It happens at fairly regular intervals.
Is there a
Changing
reason
a ship's name is bad luck.
What's your hang up, Corey? What's wrong?
Ships have identity. Again, you don't change a person's name just randomly because you don't like it. You don't change a ship's name randomly because you don't like it.
What if a person changes their name to hide from people?
Also,
Then that's the person making the decision.
Also, the ship's name is the Nasari 2. It was named after another ship already.
Yes, and there are people whose names are something junior or the third. That doesn't make it an invalid name.
No, they don't know the ship name, so it's fine. We don't have to change it.
Whatever. Either way, they're probably looking for the exterior, though.
Then we should see. Was there enough earning to pay for the parts, or do we need to scrape up some more credits?
I only made a couple hundred, but that's mainly because I only had like 90 credits going in the first place. So.
Yeah, I made enough.
Right. Okay. I can help out some as well.
Are we going to be broke after we paint the ship?
No.
Well, we're not getting paint, we're getting plating and full repair.
The ship's getting a whole
refurbishing
coat of skin, really.
Yeah, you can't just. If it was just paint, we could just get some paint.
It's like
putting a paint gun and.
Yeah, it's like if you have a body that has no skin, right? You don't just paint over the muscles. You have to put skin back on it.
Got it.
That is accurate.
I'm assuming you guys brought glass back with you.
Yes.
All of a sudden, we're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, glass just followed.
Yeah, we sold her.
Okay.
Right. So.
Well, we are going to go buy some ship skin then, I suppose.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to come along?
I'm coming.
Well.
I mean, I have the credits, so yeah, I'll have to.
Y'all know who you're buying from?
Yeah.
Would you be upset if they got swindled?
I don't know him.
I look at Corey.
I do business with this person regularly.
Well, then you don't go and I go. They don't do business with me, I'll buy the parts.
Right. Certainly, they're not going to wonder about the other person coming in with specific designs, with specific holographic layout of a identical ship with identical. No, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm your boss. They're not going to.
No, you're not.
No.
I know. I get it. You're portraying yourself as such, but it's still. There's two problems with that.
You realize you brought me onto the ship to only do two things. This is one of them.
Well, okay, so there's two problems with that, which is one, and actually this isn't a question for the GM. How well known is it my association with my actual boss around Crossroads?
Exactly who your actual boss is, maybe not. The fact you work for one of those guys is pretty well known.
So one, they already know I have. They already know that I have a boss, and that's going to contradict things a little bit. Although you could conceivably work that. Two, just because it's my boss that's doing it and not me doesn't mean that it won't come back down to me and affect me negatively.
Maybe Siolo can drive a good negotiation, but stop short of the swindle line.
That I would be okay with.
Yeah, and anything to drive the price down, but not, I mean, just so
not
that
to insult them.
We don't have to fuck over somebody on Crossroads.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with negotiating a better deal. Let's just not.
Anything that saves us
Crossroads
credits.
Is not the place to swindle.
Weird. Walking around, I kind of got the opposite impression. Okay, well, we can do that too.
It's a place to swindle if you don't have any connection to the person you're swindling. You have
Which
connection.
I don't.
Well, you do. I say pointing at Corey.
No,
It's
it's
a loose
fine.
thread, but it's there.
It might
We
not be
will
a.
get
It might.
a good
It might
feel.
not be a
Hey,
close personal connection. But
I
it's
will
still a
take you
connection.
thermal detonator shopping with me, and we can swindle those guys.
Oh yeah, swindle the fuck out of those fuckers. They overcharge for
Yeah.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
All right, let's go get the
2,000
parts.
for one.
I know, right? It's like, come on. It's a one-use
Last one I
item. It's
bought
not like
was
you're getting a.
3,000.
It's not like you're getting a lifetime warranty or something.
Yeah, but you don't need to use 2 in the same situation. Ever.
Sometimes you do.
You ever
Yeah.
been around an
I
Inquisitor?
really need to
you
tell
need
you.
to.
I really need to tell you about a crate dragon. Those fuckers take a lot to get down.
All right, let's go buy some parts.
No, not as much as an Inquisitor.
No, not as much as an Inquisitor. It's true.
You people scare me.
You gotta get one in the mouth, and then you gotta get a second one in the mouth, because anyways.
It's Chubby Bunny with with thermal detonators.
Yes, that's how you kill a crate dragon.
I mean, I was about to make a "that's what she said" joke, but that was.
Okay, so you all head back down to the guy Corey knows. You know,
Yep.
hey, I found
Hey.
those parts you wanted. Didn't go quite as well as I was hoping on the price hunt, but
Okay.
lowest I can get. I know what I said, but lowest I can get you is 450. It's
4,500.
4500.
Yeah, 45. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Because if it's 450, you made out like gangbusters, dude.
The lowest I can do is $4.50. Okay,
He just-
sure. Here, I'll
Yeah, he
have
just
5.
Stripped off, just
Shut up.
ran around, taking
Sorry,
parts off.
Seriously,
We're just giving
got
you
it. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
4,500. Okay, that is fine. Because you guys had the 3,000.
Wait.
Right?
Hold on. What was the hang
We're
up?
gonna negotiate about the ship, the ship and the paint job. That's different. This is specifically in relation to fixing Rainbow. Different situation.
All right.
Because I don't believe that there's a cost markup that we're getting on this one.
Obviously there is if it went from 3 to 45, but you do you.
This kid's new around town, isn't he?
Yeah, it's
No, I've been here before.
it's a. So you said we had 3,000. We had that covered already, right?
I didn't take any credits until I had the parts.
I mean, what was already committed.
Yes.
All right, I've
We
got
knew it was going to be at least 3,000.
yeah.
I'll put
I've
in the
got-
3. Can you cover the other 15?
Yeah,
Okay.
that wipes me out, but yeah, absolutely. So we've got the parts we can fix Rainbow.
Yep.
Now let me introduce you to my friend, Sai. See this dude with the head tails? That's him.
Seaside
We're
shows up.
close friends.
Got it. Don't worry, kid. Okay. So, tell you what I told your friends. Your ship's in a very interesting bad shape. That's not a typical problem. I can get you all of the pieces you need to do the fixing yourself for 8,000, and I can also get you the labor for 10,000. If you want just a shiny little paint job that'll cover it up but not fix any of the problems, and that you will definitely have to score off if you want to get it actually fixed at some point, that's going to be 3,000. Those are my rates.
All right. We definitely have a capable crew, so we can do the workload ourselves. The paint job, is that including labor as well, or is it 3,000 credits for paint?
Not just for paint, it's for something that'll go on, stay on, and come off if and when you need it to. If you want to go buy some spray paint and then fuck up your ship's hull permanently, be my guest. But I'm sure Corey knows better.
So do I know, just because of the type of wheel and deal character I have, do I know if those prices are
can
good?
make me a negotiation check difficulty of 3 with a setback die for a specialized field you are not a part of.
Okay, I think I get rid of... oh no, it's just charm and leadership. Okay. So 3, setback, negotiations. Success, a triumph, and 3 threat.
With a success, a triumph, and 3 threat, not only is that a good deal, he's probably undercutting his own profits by quite a bit. Like, thinking
so really,
about what hull repairs would normally cost, that's damn cheap.
So me negotiating is kind of pointless.
You can try.
Well, if he's already losing money, I don't want to make it. I'll just be like, yeah, seems legit.
See? I told you, we're good.
Excellent.
It is nice to have a confirmation, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well,
So what do you want?
my vote is for full plating.
I mean, that's always good. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the full repair.
Okay. You need
We'll
the
do
labor,
labor, though.
or... Got it.
Yeah, we definitely have the labor covered.
8,000.
I hand over a cred stick with 8,000 on it.
Ding,
Okay.
ding.
And he'll take it. Hand you pieces and parts. Show you how to work some of the more niche stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she will ask anything that she's not clear on. She's very upfront about what she doesn't know because she doesn't want to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last thing she wants to do is fuck up the ship even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
so she
few
has a
specific
bunch
tools
of-
you've never used before, especially because every brand has slightly different firing mechanisms and
Right.
slightly different compounds. But yeah, he'll sort of go through it all with you.
So, as we're leaving, how long you think it's going to take for you two to pull this off?
Day or so? Couple days?
More time.
Probably go through a couple days.
Yeah.
Look over at Praz. More time to hit the arena?
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody mentioned buying detonators.
Yeah, that would be me, my good friend.
Well, we hit the arena first. We can buy more detonators. Because I think we're going to need those to deal with Chunguska. At least in an appropriate fashion. Am I wrong, Rerun?
Nope.
Oh, by the way,
Siolo. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, just so you know, I let the Shaper know we're not taking that other contract. He's fine with it.
Nice work.
Also, we keep an eye out when we get to Corellia. I picked up the details of a couple more bounties. Couple of crime lords at the one person in debt to the Huts, and another person, not a lot of detail, private bounty person, seems like a sleazeball, but keep an eye out for that. Maybe a bit opportunity to pick up some extra coin while we're there.
All right. I just have a couple
Credits are
places
welcome.
to stop before we go to the arena, and then I guess I'll see you there. If anybody wants to come with and bet on us or against us,
No hard feelings.
feel free.
Rerun gives Praz a cred stick with 1,000 on it and says, put that on you for me. Hmm?
Okay.
Powder does the same.
Okay.
Who are you fighting?
Whoever they put me up against.
They typically put me up against beasts. He does the no kill fighting. I do the kill fighting.
How did y'all's last fights go?
Pretty good.
I won enough to pay for the ship repairs.
Yeah.
I
was
tripled the money I put down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come.
Powder will
watch,
give
I'll
1,000
bet.
for Ares as well.
Corey doesn't because she just spent all her money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll tag along and watch.
Sounds good.
You gotta have priorities.
We have repairs
Right.
to do. We will await your repulsion results.
All right, Praz, what are you going off to do?
I'm gonna stop at like a quick an internet cafe where I can just grab a
Yeah, there's a few bars and stuff where you can access a table-based.
and just check in or see if there's any news about Ionis or check in with family members.
Okay.
Just shoot a message their way, see how things are going.
You send off your message. You don't get any response immediately. Again, that's not unusual, but you still haven't heard back from them since you sent stuff last time. This is the first time you fully checked through the news on Ionis. It sounds like sometime pretty shortly after you left, there was some rather significant Imperial overhaul and
so it's a much more
are
they basically under martial law over there via Imperial?
The exact details are a little hard to come by. It's more like the Empire sent in peacekeeping forces to quell local riot and ensure the priorities of the state. There's statements from a few of the elders actually just in support of the Empire, but vague enough where you, even being someone who's met with a few of them, aren't sure if the statement of "I support the Empire's presence here" is honest or not, other than your general guess that it's not.
Suitably vague stuff like all the inhabitants are pursuing the peace process and looking forward to secure and reliable society.
We are dedicated.
We continue our liaisons and negotiations with the Galactic Senate in the pursuit of a more stable galactic economy.
That does not bode well. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's most of what you can get from public HoloNet stuff.
Okay. After I read through the news and shoot the message off, I'll head over to the arena.
Okay. So, over the next few days, Ares and Praz, I'm going to have you each make me 2 difficulty 5 checks for 2 difficulty 5 checks for your weapon skill, not specific weapon of choice. In addition, I'm going to just someone put a list in chat of who's putting in how much money in the betting pool and in favor of who.
Yeah.
Powder and Teolo, are you betting at all?
No, I'm just watching.
I'm putting for your putting in the list, Jack. I'm putting 390 on myself.
Okay.
I'll put I'll put 1,000 on Ares too when I have a break and watch one of his fights.
That's the one I roll shit. I haven't used my reroll yet, so I still have that in the bank.
Keep in mind, at this point, both of you are clear favorites in the arena, so you're earning back a lot less money than you would be otherwise.
And Praz, are you putting any on yourself?
Yeah.
How much?
I'll put 4,000 on myself.
All of it. Everything. The ship. Everything.
All right, I think that's the full list. There.
Corey may strangle you, but you can bet the ship.
Oh,
yeah. Powder also put 1K on me. All right. I'm gonna flip a light side for my first one.
We got a lot of them.
Difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5, ranged heavy. Don't fuck me now.
Difficulty 5 for both of you.
Blam! 1 success, 3 threat, 2 triumphs.
Damn!
Ow.
And whap.
Nice.
Single success and an advantage.
Okay.
I feel like the triumphs would be one particular time where I've deflected blaster bolts with the shield, just spinning in a circle, unloading underneath the shield. Just
Yep. Ares has a really damn impressive fight with, essentially someone taped a remote-controlled turret to the top of a large monster.
Yeah. Fucking cheating's what this is.
That's just bullshit.
It shocks with lasers.
Laser shocks.
Cinematically, I feel like
with large feet so it can walk around.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cinematically, I feel like Corey and Rerun are fixing the ship while this is just playing loudly on the radio in the hangar.
Or you just have a hollow of it just playing.
Right.
You're listening to the game.
Right.
Yeah.
It is suitably impressive. And Praz has a much more low-key fight where he basically ends up just clocking the guy in the head to end it.
Bam.
Like, thwack, thwack, thwack. Bonk.
Yeah. the what's it? The Achilles thing. Just walk up, whack, and then he's down.
All right. Do we win any extra between the 2 rolls? Just so we could, if we want to put more back in for the second roll.
I am taking those bets as your bet as it plays out over the 2 rolls because that makes the math easier, even though I'm doing the math post-session anyways at this time.
Got it.
But for your second 2 rolls, I am putting a destiny point against each of you.
I'm sending it right back.
Yup.
All right, upgrades on both sides. Still haven't used my reroll yet. All right. 5 difficulty, 1 upgrade on both sides. And
Ares, are you going to re-roll that?
yeah, that's a net failure, so I'm going to re-roll that. Hopefully I don't re-roll way worse.
Well, you do.
Just a threat,
Way worse.
I feel, is better than a failure.
All right.
Okay. And Praz.
Hiya. 2 advantages.
Okay, cool.
I don't get the reroll thing.
But
You
you
have the
didn't
reroll?
fail.
No, not for fighting, just for, resisting poisons and things like that.
Yeah, most of you have slightly different things you can re-roll for. So for these second matches, Ares, you come out against, last one was like this almost shark-like amphibious monster with large frog legs and a laser turret on its back. This is a more traditional giant 8-headed dog.
You gotta be fucking me.
I mean, give it a
Somebody
couple.
from the crowd yells, "Not yet, he's not."
30, yeah, I was gonna say, give it about 30 seconds.
And you don't do badly, but unfortunately, even with your what weapon are you?
Heavy blaster rifle.
Even with your heavy blaster rifle, you're not really able to figure out where you can dent this thing. So it ends up just getting a paw on you at one point and pushing you down for the count. You're alive, uninjured, but covered in dog slobber, having lost the match just barely.
It didn't even eat me, the son of a bitch! And I mean that literally.
Yeah, that is how dogs work. Come on, kid. Praz. Your fight is against a woman you don't recognize with long black hair and who seems to just be wearing like an overcoat, not even particularly armor. She'll sort of smile. Hi, nice to meet you. And pull out her own melee weapon, a sort of short set of tonfas. Is that the right way to pronounce that word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You both clash repeatedly, and she gets in quite a few decent hits before you manage to trip her just at the wrong angle, and she doesn't quite flip back up in time. It's a damn close match, and you find yourself breathing heavily by the end of it. When she... you feel like she probably could have kept going. Like, she's clearly not unconscious, but she yields. Well...
I'll help her up.
Yeah. She'll take your hand.
That was the funnest fight I've had since I've been here.
That was great.
Yeah. What's your name?
Aki.
All right.
What's yours?
Prez.
Well. And she gives you a sign that, Ares, you recognize as a Mandalorian gesture of respect.
Is she wearing is she wearing Bascargum?
She's just wearing a t-shirt and overcoat. Which is not like something a Mandalorian
and pants and
wear,
boots,
but it's certainly not Mando.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Bascargum.
What?
Nothing. We're being terrible people over here. Carry on. Keep storytelling.
No. We were fixing everybody else's horrible thoughts. You said a t-shirt and overcoat. And then Jack really quick cut in with and pants and boots.
Oh, shut up.
I'm telling you, it's okay.
Everyone went there.
Not everybody.
She is not wearing armor.
Right.
Is what I was trying to specify. And she'll, well, hope to meet you again on either the fields of battle or the fields of money making.
Yeah.
And
I'll keep an eye out for you next time. I'll probably bet on one of your fights.
Thanks.
Just nudge Praz. Someone's got a crush.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, it was. I got stepped on by a big fuck off dog.
Oh, yeah, you fucking stink.
I know.
Did he lick its asshole before it slobbered on you?
I have no idea. There were 8 of their heads. I liked the fucking laser turret piece of shit before it better. That was a fight. This was just a dog. Just a really big fuck off dog.
Yeah,
as they're talking, I walk up and I'm like, "Good job, guys. Oh, Ares, you smell better. Weird. So, what'd we win?"
Passive aggressive assholes. I love this group.
We have to go to the
We have to go to the
claims
collections
office.
Yep.
Perfect.
Which I just made up.
We go to claim.
So we'll head there.
Which I think is going to happen after we claim our winnings, and we'll sort it out later.
Yep.
Yes, you claim your winnings, which you receive, which are not going to be scammed out of you.
Yes.
Give the GM time to do math.
Yep. And they're right.
No, just
Everything is kosher.
head back to the ship.
Well, Corey,
I
droid
will
first, ship first.
Droid first. Sentience first, non-sentience after.
Excellent priorities.
Ignoring the random sailor uniform, that's what she looks like.
Okay.
Because anime has weird ideas about what is clothing.
It's true.
That is a 30-year-old woman.
I mean, she's in her mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just classic anime. That's a
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
He said,
yeah.
fantasy scholars.
Yep.
No, we're not going there.
Look, it took me really long to find character art I even sort of liked for her, and that one has droids.
Yep.
No, that's fair.
Yep, that's fair.
It is hella legit.
Making fun of anime, not the art.
Yeah. Okay. So, having collected winnings and fixed a ship over a long period of time, it's been about half a week. Headed off to Corellia, or do any of you have last things to do on Crossroads?
We need to buy explosives.
Yeah.
Explosives, and I think they were fixing Rainbow Sparkle.
Rainbow
Did
Sunshine.
we actually get me a new gun, or did we waive that?
We're gonna go buy stuff.
Okay.
We could call this the shopping and shipping episode.
There you go.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
This is my unironic plug for critical thinking. It's a podcast that some of these idiots do.
It's true. This column of idiots right here.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah.
You guys are in the same place on the overlap.
Raz is forging a fist so Rerun can punch things.
It's the three people whose names start with J.
Ting.
No.
Yeah. I'm still disappointed you didn't somehow work that into the name of the show. But
Too much
The J
work.
shot just doesn't sound
No, the J shot doesn't. And Flying J was already taken.
right. Yep.
Yep. So, you're going shopping for explosives and guns and stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Corey and probably Praz, because Praz, you've purchased thermal detonators here before, know that the only people that sell thermal detonators on Crossroads are the people who work for Crossroads itself. Because they want to have those as a controlled supply on their
Right.
damn ship.
You don't want those just randomly
Those are the only
circulating en
controlled
masse.
controlled substances on the ship.
It's not even that they're controlled. It's that they are not sold in the markets. Like, the fact you carried one around in your pocket for a while is not the issue. It's the reselling.
Yeah.
It's like the little things that are, this item is not packaged for individual resale.
Right.
Yeah. So you're telling me, wait, hang on, you're telling me there's a place I can buy thermal detonators in bulk?
You can certainly try.
Pardon me, I would like one cache of your best thermal detonators.
Could I get a gross of thermal detonators, please?
If you don't have that much, I will settle for a bushel.
Here, here's a bag, just fill them
Okay.
up.
Baker's dozen.
We're not making thermal detonators or mirrors, guys.
I would like to buy 35 thermal detonators.
Jeez.
And then you never actually do anything with them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
These we're gonna do shit with.
We've got plans.
Anyway,
So yes, we go to buy thermal detonators.
At Detcord are us.
Like,
Yeah, so you go to the main, essentially, Crossroads runs shop. Is Cielo taking point on the purchases, or are you...
Yes. Praz will gently nudge Ciolo forward. And say, work your magic, dude.
like we're looking for these, and these. They're all on the shelf. The prices are there.
Yeah.
So what's the average price for a thermal detonator?
2,000.
2,000.
Far less than it really should be.
Before we go up there, I look at whoever followed, and I'm like, how much are we wanting to spend?
Like, if we could get half, that'd be great.
No, I mean total. Like, you want to drop 10 grand, and it's however much I can get for 10 grand. Do you want to drop 1,000, or you know?
I'm just gonna go off of. I'm assuming or did I lose the 1,000 that I got when I placed a bet on Ares? I just need to know that so I can adjust my thing.
Currently,
Okay.
anything you're buying during this session, any money you put into the gambling isn't accessible to you.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know. So I have 2,000 credits to spend.
So y'all want me to buy one?
You get two.
Yeah, if you could get
How
two,
much did you say they
double
cost?
2,000.
2,000. If you could get two, that's magic as far as I'm concerned. You will have doubled our supply.
Okay. So I walk up to. I'm assuming it's just like a noodle shop stand.
Is this a Pokeball? And then hit the button.
Click.
It's real life Pokemon Go. So I just walk up to whoever's. Now, is this something that they would just like have on display, or is it something I need to like say the code to get access to?
You don't know any secret codes that get you access to thermal detonators. You know they don't just have them on display.
I would like to buy some dumplings.
Yeah. So I just walk up and say, hello, I'm looking to purchase some explosives.
Of course, we have many varieties. Do you have anything specific you might be looking for?
The kind that you throw.
We have several different varieties of grenades. I thought I wasn't going to have to pull this page up.
Alternatively, we could get 400 frag grenades.
I mean, 400 frag grenades aren't a bad option.
Definitely a
And
push
she
off.
will list off like frag grenades, stuff like that, for you.
Does in her ramblings, does she say thermal detonator?
That is not one of the things she lists off when someone generally just asks, I want something explosive. No.
Looking for something with a little bit more oomph to it.
Sir, if you're trying to dance around what you're getting, I can assure you that we're a confidential service, but I'm going to actually need to know what you're looking for in order to sell it to you.
That's fine. Just wanted to hear you say it, not me. Need a thermal detonator.
Of course. Those run about 2,000. I understand that you are limited to per attending crew and ship, and we do keep track of these things. things in terms of sales. You can't just come back tomorrow, go and buy more.
I see. So I would be limited to purchasing 2.
Yes.
How often?
As would your crew as a whole. I don't believe you entered with a name, but we do have your record as a ship that has docked here.
How often are people able to purchase 2 at a time?
Most people don't come back regularly. This is Crossroads.
I see.
If you're hoping to game the system, that's why we don't tell you the details.
No, I was just seeing if there's possibly a discounted rate for buying, both at the same time versus one at a time. That way
there is no discounted rate on thermal detonators, sir.
Okay. So does that mean I don't get to make a negotiations check?
For thermal detonators on a ship that is selling them, you can make a negotiations check. It will not reduce the price.
Okay.
Get some other stuff thrown.
Yeah.
What other? Well, okay. So I turn around. What other stuff do y'all want? Because I don't.
I mean, frag grenades are really useful.
Yes,
Could
he
use
is
some stun
right.
grenades too.
Okay.
We can go with the 400 frag grenades route instead. That also works. Because you only really need like 3 frag grenades to match 1 thermal detonator.
Okay then. I will turn around and ask to purchase 400 frag grenades.
She will. All right, that would be 2,000 credits.
Now, do I get a discount buying these in a massive bulk as I am?
Roll me a negotiation check, difficulty 4.
We're gonna get a crate of grenades. This is great.
No, dude, we're gonna get a pallet of grenades.
Yeah.
We just roll back up to the ship on a pallet jack. Rerun, I think we've got a solution to Chunguska.
Praz will be sitting on the pallet while
Juggling 3 of them.
yeah, just like, hey, look at this one, and this one.
Great.
And that's how Praz needed to roll a new character.
4 successes.
I'm not
Okay.
pulling the pins.
You spent a destiny point?
Yes.
Cool. Just useful to say that because I'm not the one keeping track of it on the screen. John is, so it's usually
Cool.
best to say that aloud.
Yes. I spent a destiny point.
Okay. So who will and with this, I suppose we can. It's an unusual bulk quantity, and usually orders go through. You can. 1,900 credits is the price we are currently prepared to offer for 4,000 frag grenades to you at this time.
So 100 credits. I mean, I'm bringing you quite a bit of business in one purchase. This is going to raise, I would assume, your stocks on the ship quite nicely with a sell like this. Let's drop it to 1,800 and just call it a day.
1,800 credits is not a substantial amount for Crossroads. No, it's not. I have offered you the price that we are willing to go, and if I might speak from experience as a seller here, it's quite a reasonable offer.
All right, 1,900.
It's 2 free grenades.
All right. Yes. So you
Basically.
stock off on an absurd number of grenades.
We have 400 frag grenades.
And I feel like...
And I want to clarify that's not how thermal detonators or things work for the, this is how much equivalent it is in dynamite
Right.
metrics.
Yes. We understand that thermal detonators are still
You
way
can't
more
just
powerful.
pile 3 of them together and toss them all at once and say it's a thermal detonator.
Just strap them with a duct tape. Just strap them up with duct tape. It's fine.
So, I think that Corey and Rerun Corey and Powder were the 2 not going on this quest.
Yep.
Side note. Actually, never mind. So, Corey and Powder, what are you doing back at the ship?
Powder is helping Corey do whatever needs doing.
I mean, at this point, we've got the ship fixed up. Where we've got the outside of the ship fixed up.
Making coffee.
Which at some point, and we'll do this off screen, I'm sure, but at some point we're gonna have to figure out, Jack. We're gonna have to figure out what color scheme we give it.
Yes, we will.
That's important.
Yes.
Corey is probably doing initial diagnostic prep for Rainbow for all the rest of the work that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
And while those scans are running and the like, she's gonna be. Powder, how are things going?
They seem to be okay.
Okay, nothing strange has popped up since.
No.
Okay.
Powder will kind of like lean down and kind of like at a lower volume, knowing there's nobody around, but still that like, you know, going to whisper a secret thing, goes, I am still not quite sure how I knew exactly how to get here, though.
Yeah, that's something I'm sure. It's something in your subroutines, and that's we know that there's stuff there. We just don't know where it came from.
I do enjoy knowing it, though. It is helpful.
You don't happen to if you really try to think about it, you wouldn't happen to know who actually runs this place, do you?
Powder will think about it.
Powder, make me a discipline check difficulty. To make this roll, you're going to need to spend a force point. It's going to be a difficulty 5 discipline check.
Okay, then.
Because I just discovered that's how high difficulties work, and I really like it for things
that's
say
fair.
no to.
What did you say, discipline?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have no ranks in that. All right. Difficulty
we'll
5.
See how this
upgrade
goes.
on the light. Here's hoping.
No upgrade. That's
no
just.
upgrade.
Oh, sorry.
That is just spent to allow you to make the.
Sorry.
Roll to be paid.
Let's do that again. That would be a no.
Powder, no.
Oh well, worth checking. I wouldn't be shocked if it's buried in there somewhere.
It might
anyway.
Be. I just cannot access it at this time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that. Like somebody really did a job on you, and I really like to figure out who. Because that's some fucked up shit.
Indeed.
Well, just let me know
as you say, that's some fucked up shit. Ares, Rerun, Praz, Ziolo, and I think I got all of you.
Yep.
Come back up. Ares is pushing a cart of a cart of explosives.
Are they
Praz
labeled on the
is riding on
outside
it.
as explosives? Or does it just look like a giant crate of
Just a
stuff.
giant crate of something.
Ooh, what'd you get me?
These are treats for us, but you're welcome to them if you want to.
We have a solution to our Chunguska problem.
She goes over, opens,
It's grenades!
shuts it,
I will get off the crate.
pauses for a minute, opens it again, and shuts it again.
Powder will look at Rerun.
It's great, isn't it?
This seems like a good solution.
This is the best solution, Powder. This is the best possible solution.
These will at least last us through the week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What worries
Really, it
me is
depends.
I
It
don't
depends on
think
how long
you're
it takes
joking.
for us to get to Corellia.
Yeah.
We should store them safely.
I start
Uh-huh.
pushing them
Yeah.
towards the armory.
Yep.
Just as clarification, that many frag grenades would technically count as contraband if you are searched by.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I
Yeah.
think if we're
Actually,
being
do we
searched, the
have any-
frag.
Because the Empire is actually, like, has some residual function. Like, not letting people carry large numbers of explosives.
Right.
If we're being searched, we've already lost.
Yeah, the frag's the least of our worries at that point, I bet.
Yeah. At that
Like
point, I
Easter
think we're going
eggs.
to be wondering where to wheel this cart to blow up so we can leave.
Is there gonna be
Do
the
we get to
death
keep the
this
cart?
vortex?
No, they want the cop back.
Unfortunately.
It's like when you take a shopping cart and they expect it to come back. You know, one of those kind of things.
That's sad.
Strangely
That could
prescient,
have been fun.
though. Strangely prescient of them to have a pallet jack on hand.
I mean, they sell things that are larger.
Yeah.
This is
It's Crossroads. This probably isn't the first time this has happened.
No, like, it seemed a little weird, but it's not the first time someone's asked for a large quantity of a random item.
Like rice.
Yes, frag grenades.
Actually,
just like
Aries,
rice.
the guy who takes the cart back from you will, you know, I think I've been working here too long. I'm less worried about you buying all that than the guy who bought 20,000 eggs.
What do you do with 20,000 eggs?
I have no bloody idea. We never saw him again.
You
Maybe
make a
it's-
hell
Where
of an
did
omelet.
you guys get 20,000 eggs to give him?
We're a large ship. I don't know. Places.
Maybe it's food for that dog thing you fought.
Oh,
No, that don't need eggs.
Yeah,
They
no,
might.
we sell that guy slabs of meat.
Have a good one.
Just- Nice. Have a nice day.
I think we're headed. I think we're about done here.
Yes.
All right, and that is where we're going to end for the week.
Hey!
Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.